Hi everybody, this is Katie with Z Olive, and we are back for another episode of Cooking with Z Olive. It is officially springtime, and this weekend is Easter weekend, so I thought it would be a great idea to maybe do something a little spring themed. And I know when my family gets together for holidays like Easter, everybody loves their desserts. So today we are going to be using one of Z Olive's best known products, the blood orange olive oil, and we're going to be making a blood orange olive oil pound cake. So let's go ahead and get started. So here are the first ingredients that we're going to use, and before we get started, you want to make sure you preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we all know when we're baking, the first thing you do is mix together your dry ingredients. And today, all we're going to need is some flour, some baking powder, and some cinnamon. Now, the first thing we're going to add to our mixing bowl is 1 cup of flour. Then 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And finally, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we're just going to give it a whisk, and then we'll set it aside. For our next step, we are just going to need a blood orange, which can be found in your produce section. It's where I found it at my local grocery store, but if you don't have them at yours, you can always just use a regular orange. And then we're also going to just need some cane sugar. And what we're going to do is make some candied orange zest. Now, the first thing we're going to do is very carefully use a zester to grate about 1 tablespoon of orange zest from our blood orange. And once we're done, we're going to add our blood orange zest to a large mixing bowl. Then we're going to add 1 cup of our cane sugar to the bowl as well. Now we're going to use our fingers to mix up our sugar and orange zest. For the next few ingredients we're going to use, we're going to need orange juice with no pulp, some vanilla, and some eggs. So to our orange sugar mixture, we're going to add 3 eggs, 1 tablespoon of orange juice, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're just going to take those ingredients and we're going to mix them up. You can use a stand mixer, a hand mixer, or your manual mixers. Now we're going to add 1/3 cup of ricotta cheese and whisk again. The next thing we're going to do is take our dried ingredients we mixed up earlier and add half of the bowl to our wet bowl mixture. And now we're going to whisk that together. Once that is mixed, then we will add our second half. Then we'll just give it another mix. Then the last things we're going to add to our mix is 4 tablespoons of melted butter and our most important ingredient, Z Olive's blood orange olive oil, and we're going to be adding 1/4 cup. And now we'll just give that another mix. Now I've got a baking pan here, and I have greased it with Z Olive's olive oil, our blood orange olive oil, and we're just going to add our batter into our dish. And now it's time to put this in the oven for 30 minutes at our preset oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit. After 30 minutes, we're going to remove our cake from our oven and we're going to cover it with tin foil, and that'll allow it to cook a little bit more all the way through without getting the top too brown and burnt. So let's go ahead and cover this up, and then we're going to put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes. Now while our blood orange pound cake is finishing up in the oven, we're going to make a nice little sauce for the top of our cake, and all you're going to need is a little bit of water, more of our cane sugar, our orange juice, and then of course a little bit more of Z Olive's blood orange olive oil. Now in a saucepan over medium heat, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of water, 1 tablespoon of orange juice, and 1 tablespoon of blood orange olive oil. Now we're just going to finish it off with 2 tablespoons of our cane sugar. Now we're just going to whisk this until the sugar melts. And once our sugar is melted, we're going to stir it until it comes to a boil, and then we will take it off of the heat to cool. So when it's been boiled, it should have this nice golden color, and we're just going to set it aside to cool while we wait on our cake to finish. So we're going to remove our cake from the oven, and then we are going to use a toothpick to poke holes into our cake. Now what all those holes are going to do are allow us to brush on our little sauce that we made a little bit earlier and really absorb into those holes. And there you have it, our beautiful finished products. And there we have it, our finished product, Zea Olive's Blood Orange Pound Cake. It was super easy to make, especially if you do it in the different steps that I took. And of course, the product we used today from Zea Olive is Zea Olive's Blood Orange Olive Oil. But you could also do this with our Meyer Lemon Olive Oil as well, and maybe even our Persian Lime Olive Oil. To check out this product and all of our other products, make sure you go online at www.zeaolive.com, and you can order any of our delicious items straight from the website there to your own home. So make sure you go check that out. Also, make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram, and that way you won't miss any of our future videos. And also, you can go and check out any past videos that we might have made that you might have missed. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter weekend. Try this recipe out at home. Let us know what you think. And as always, tag Zea Olive. Until next time, we'll see you later and enjoy.